You and me will always be tied. Family every single day and night. Even when you stop acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do. I know that I can always be myself. You more than anybody can. Every day as a man after school, you know there's no one I love as much as you. Family, a family, proud family.
Hey guys, welcome to Cindy's Chronicles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So today, as y'all saw in that title, I am going to be doing a reaction to Nique and King's prank they did on me a little over a year ago. This it's been in high demand. Everybody has been asking, how do I feel about baby Kaiser? How did I feel when Nique told me that she was pregnant? How did I feel? Because they did for you guys who don't know, who just started tuning in with me or with Nique and King, they did a prank on me a little over a year ago. Well, no, it was more than a year ago. I want to say about almost 2 years ago. As a matter of fact, she got pregnant like 9 months after she did the prank on me. So the prank was, Mom, I'm pregnant. And I went off. I was not happy. So 9 months later, when she got pregnant and it was real, I can't even explain the feeling I had. It was just like completely different, and I'll explain why. It seemed like that was such a short time for me to change the way I feel, but sit back and watch my reaction, okay? I'm gonna start off with the reaction to Mom, I'm Pregnant prank. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it. We had actually just went through the 2016 Baton Rouge flood, so I was completely remodeling my house. So Nique had just went to college, and she was on the dance team. So it had a lot going on at this time, right? Here we go. I look for the camera every time now. They caught me so off guard. Okay. At 7:05, y'all gotta see. Oh my. Oh, that was it. That was it. When she asked me that, I immediately looked at her stomach. I'm like, what did you do? And I'm gonna explain why. It seemed like I had already, well, at this time, Nique had just come to me. She had just graduated high school before she started college. And she said, Mom, I'm ready to be put on birth control. And I was like, no. Okay, I had my reasons why. With her being on the dance team, I didn't want her to gain weight. I didn't know. And my main issue was, if you want to start having intercourse, I can't stop you. You're grown now. Well, not technically grown, but grown. Then I would prefer protection, because birth control can't protect you from everything. I would prefer you to use something that can protect you from everything, not just having a baby, because the baby is really not the worst of problems in today's right. So, because we had just had this conversation, it was just so real. And when she brought it up, it made me immediately look at her stomach like, what did you do? We had just had this conversation, right? Okay, y'all, let's start it back. Here we go at 7:20. Oh no. Sorry, y'all had to hear my mouth so foul. Okay, at 8:33, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. I am so mad. It's like, it's a feeling you can't even describe. It's like something comes over you and it's like I just want to pass out. It's like, it's this feeling like everything for the next 20 years and everything within the last 18 years was going through my mind all at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, now she can't dance. Oh my God, you know, my daughter's having sex. Oh my God, in 5 years we're gonna have a little baby walking around. You know, her chances of going on to do this or do that are ruined. Everything was going through my mind at the same time. It's like I couldn't even think straight. And it was my baby's birthday. It was Larry's 16th birthday. So sweet 16 is a big deal for him. I was making some shrimp fettuccine, which did not come out right thanks to Nique in this prank. As you can see, I loaded it with salt. I don't know what was going on in my head, but I just could not stop pouring seasoning in the shrimp. It was okay, but it was definitely a little salty. Okay, let's get back started. They so scared, y'all. They are so scared. Y'all, at 9:16, Splain was so scared. Remember all that stuff he said he was going to say? He got out of my way. He really thought I was gonna hit him. And I ain't gonna lie. I for some reason, oh my gosh, y'all. You can also see right here where the refrigerator, the paper is coming off. It's a brand new refrigerator because mine got flooded. So I still had the plastic on at the time. But you can tell that my memory had went away. Like I couldn't even think of what was going on at that time. Everything was playing all through my mind. It was kind of like in a movie. Like when it's unexplainable, guys. And hitting wasn't, to be honest with you, you know, normally when I'm really mad, and you know how they said that I was, oh, my mom's a little crazy or whatever. But at this time, it was past being mad. It was disappointment because me and Nique had just had these long conversations about sex and protecting yourself and you know, we talk all the time. We talk all through high school, middle school, but like we had just started having these really serious conversations. But I ain't gonna lie, it was that other part. Remember I told y'all everything was going through my head all at once? I still had this little piece, you know, that was saying, oh my God, I'm gonna be a grandmother. I'm so excited. So it's like, I'm furious at Nique. All these things are going through my head, and I'm happy at the same time. So I'm like, okay, I know that God is going to work this out. I know for a fact that this baby is going to bring so much joy to this family. But I still wanted her to wait. I wanted her to love herself and get to know herself before she have to love somebody else so much, right? Okay, let me stop talking and finish this video at 9:17. Okay, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so mean. All right, at 11:51, you can hear me saying so much mean stuff, but it was just stuff to get under their skin. I'm like, how y'all gonna take care of baby? The baby is you're having sex without a condom. The baby is not the worst of your problems. Like, I'm just really trying to get under their skin, because me and Nique have this thing where I'll tell her something and it'll happen, and she's like, I'm like, I told you so. It's like always like, I told you so. So I don't know, I'm having this moment. They did edit out some of the stuff because I was like going off. I was so mad, but again, I was mad but feeling like, you know, I know God do everything for a reason. Everything is gonna be okay at the same time. So try battling those and trying to give your daughter a I told you so at the same time. So that's kind of what was going on. So I didn't say anything too mean. You know, I just was trying to point out the fact that I started having kids when I was 16, and I had to spend my whole childhood / going into adulthood just being selfless. I gave all my love, all my time, all my energy. Everything was about my children. Everything was about my family. I don't regret it. But if I could have just learned to love myself, I really think that as far as my life and things just could have been a little bit better if I had learned to love myself. If I had even knew there was a such love as love yourself, because I didn't even know that existed. Love yourself. What does that mean? No, love Anthony, Nique, and Larry. That was my life. Okay, and God first all the time. Through Him, none of this. He is a miracle worker. Through Him, all things are possible, and all things were made possible. Okay. Janae was in on it the whole time. Look at her. Y'all, at 13:06, I started crying. It's like everything, I was saying so much mean stuff to get under their skin that I had started feeling like, I don't know, all these emotions just started going through me, because all I wanted her to do at that time was just leave. Because I know one thing, if she would have just left and got from around me, I would have had time to just drop down on my knees and pray and accept what she had just told me. But I didn't have time to do anything because she wouldn't leave. I couldn't be the strong woman that I'm always, my kids think I'm Superwoman somebody. I couldn't be Superwoman at that time because she wouldn't leave. So I couldn't help it. I broke down. It happened. Okay, let's see. They laughed at me. It was a very successful prank. It was definitely real. At 14:49, y'all, don't judge me. I was really thinking like, excuse me. When I said I was visualizing stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's real. My daughter is, I don't even want to say it. I mean, she's, you know, she's a young woman now. She has a baby, obviously, but I just didn't even want to think about it. Come on now, mothers. We can kind of know, especially once her and I had the talk. It was like I knew, but you don't know until it's like reality. So I didn't even want to visualize it. But let's see. Oh my. Okay. Oh no, she didn't. Okay, I'm gonna end it right here, guys. I wanted to do both reactions of when she had the baby, and I wanted to do the reaction of this prank together, but since this video is so long, I am going to do a part 2 to it. Now, what I was telling her, just so you guys know at the end of this video, is not that I didn't want a grandbaby. I definitely want a grandbaby, but you know, being a teenage mom is not as, it can be easy, but it can be so much more easier if we take the time to love ourselves, if we make sure we're financially stable. As a matter of fact, when I talked to King one time, he told me, he said he always thought back to this prank when I said, I want y'all to at least be making 6 figures, and he was like, and I'm making 6 figures now. And I said, well good. Hopefully I spoke that into existence. But to be honest with you, the day I met him, I knew he was going to be great. And for you guys who don't know who King is, he's my son-in-law off of Nique and King, and I always knew that Nique was going to be great as well. So I just wanted them to be in a situation where their baby wouldn't have to want for nothing. They wouldn't have to struggle. They wouldn't have to work all the time at this 9-to-5 job, or working 2 jobs to provide for their children, and miss out on time that they could spend with their kid. You know, I wanted them to be in a place where they were already good, so they don't have to worry about taking the baby to the daycare, letting this other person raise your child while you're working 2 and 3 jobs. I wanted them to be hands-on and raise their own kid, not having to take them to daycares, and because that's what it's all about. These kids grow up so fast that it's so easy to miss out on the most important moments of their life, and I just didn't want that for them. So before I even go into the next video, I guess they can explain a little bit of why I wasn't as upset when she finally told me she was pregnant 9 months later as I was before. So I really want you guys to tune in to part 2 of this video. I'm going to do the reaction of her delivery, and I'm going to explain a little bit of why my feelings changed so much from 9 months, and not in just 9 months. Alright guys, thank y'all. I need y'all to like this video, comment. I would